Hello everyone, I'm bringing you a quasi unboxing video today, an update basically on East German kit because I've picked up a little bit more once again, primarily from my friend David Brennan, who's provided me various bits and pieces in the past. He had some bits from his collection which were surplus dish requirements and very kindly passed them on to me, sold them on to me, and there are a few little bits and pieces from German Militaria as well, which I'm interested to talk about here, and obviously some of these will be showing up on the channel in more detail going forward, at least that's the intention. But for now, I'm sorry for the sort of plethora of unboxing videos, that style of video at the moment. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but there will be more videos looking at things in more detail going forward as well. I just had these bits and pieces arrive and wanted to talk about them, so that's what we're going to have a look at here. So we'll start with sort of a proper unboxing here, which is a few bits and pieces which have arrived from German Militaria. So starting in the middle here, we have a Volkspolizei medal ribbon bar, and this is rather nice. This will feature in a uniform I'm hoping to put together the coming months, year, whatever, when I can get the other bits and pieces together. So we have service medals here, and also an award. I forget the award off the top of my head, but for exemplary service or something of that nature. I say I'll just need to research these again. My knowledge of East German medals is not fantastic, not off the top of my head anywhere. I know where to go and look to cross-reference, but yeah, that's quite nice to have. So we have that there. We have here a set of late issue conscripts gloves. So these are for conscripts in place of the wool knitted gloves, I believe, and they were a late edition, around 87, 88, somewhere around there. And these have an MVA size tag in there, size 10. They're a little bit small for me, but not by much. I have seen a few of these for sale elsewhere, but they all tend to be absolutely tiny sizes, so a size 10 is not far off. I can certainly get into them for photographs and so forth if I want to use them for that purpose, and they're a nice thing to have as part of the obviously a soldier's kit, so nice to have there. I initially started mainly collecting professional soldiers bits and pieces, and been collecting more conscripts bits and pieces recently, so I can put together sort of one man's kit for a conscript. That's the idea. On that note, a personal item, a small item, is a comb. I have a larger red example. I wanted to get this one of these from the site in any other colour, any colour other than the red, and Torsten sent me a green one here, as you can see. We have the, let's see if this will focus here. We have the price marked on the back there, 48 Pfennig, as you can see there. We have a couple of sets of shoulder boards. So we have a service uniform set of Fähnrichs shoulder boards there, a Grenztruppen Fähnrich, as you can see there. And then we have a set of field service uniform Oberleutnants shoulder boards there, as you can see, using the rank stars. You can see those there. So just bits and pieces I wanted to add to the collection, probably for use going forward at some point, display. Something Torsten's thrown in, which is very kind of him, is a little pin badge here, which has both the Union flag and the flag of East Germany there, with the national cockade in the centre, the hammer and compass. So that's a lovely little thing thrown in there by Torsten. Thank you very much. And then some interesting little pieces here, which I will get out of this plastic wallet so we can have a look at them. We have two East Germans drinks labels. So we have Asker Cola, which you can see there, various details on that, and then Cola Hit. And these are lovely. They're original, printed on this sort of low quality, almost newsprint paper. But I may well pick up another example of one of these at some point and just keep these as point of interest, but I believe Torsten has quite a lot of these. I have one of the types of bottle that was used with these labels, so I can attach one of these to the bottle. That came up in a previous unboxing video, and basically make a replica of a Coke bottle, a soft drink bottle from that period. I like this. It's close to Pepsi, obviously, in terms of branding. I like this sort of off-brand Pepsi look that this one has, with the red and the blue bisected by the white and the name through the centre there. But this one's more bright and colourful, so I also like that as well. So I have a choice there as to which one I use. And then finally, we have a couple of tickets as sort of pocket fillers, and these are interesting. This one has been clipped, if I can get hold of this without bending it too much. There we go. So we have an S-Bahn ticket there, which has been clipped. You can see that there, 20 Pfennig. So that's rather nice. And then we have a Sachsenhausen railway ticket, which is rather nice to have as well, which has been stamped, as you can see. Some details on the back there as well. So just nice little bits of ephemera to have. Torsten has quite a lot of these on the site, and I may well purchase some more in the future when it's part of a larger order, just to add to the collection. But I like ephemera of that nature. I have a lot of it for my British kit, of course. Pocket fillers and things are always interesting. And then, of course, we have the... just pop these carefully back in the wallet there, keep them safe. And of course we have the leaflet here for German Doc Militaria, which I tend to show when I do unboxings from German Doc Militaria. Very useful, the date codes here, and then the Waffenfarben, excuse me, the branch of service colours for the MVA there as well. So useful information provided on the leaflet there as well. So highly recommend German Doc Militaria if you're interested in East German kit, and generally speaking, they have a lot of other interesting bits and pieces of militaria on there as well. So that's really the sort of unboxing part of the video. The other bits I have here we'll just look at. I'll just bring them into shot one by one, rather than bringing the packaging and so forth into shot. So the first thing we have here is the sweatshirt from the tracksuit. It's part of the MVA sports kit, basically, PE kit. This is a conscript's example, so it only has a half zip or a quarter zip down to basically in line with the breast pocket here, as you can see. We have the sizing details. This is a real one, an original. They are reproduced as well. But G44 MVA, being a 44, it's a little bit of a tight fit on me, but I do get into it okay. And G would normally be too big for me, but I think with it being a 44, I'm normally an M, but being a G, it fits that little bit better. So very pleased with this. And this is from my friend David Brennan, who sold me this and some other bits and pieces, which is what we're looking at now. Obviously you have, it's brown rather than black, but you have the red and yellow stripes down the side. They're obviously the German colours, but for the fact that this is brown rather than black. Very 1970s in that regard, and I'm actually interested as to when these were introduced. I've not been able to ascertain that, so that's something I'm trying to find out. We also have here the trousers which go with this, and these are again made of the same round material. They're conscripts, so they don't have the conscripts trousers, conscripts issue trousers, so they don't have the stripe down the leg. On the professional soldiers tracksuit, you have the red and yellow stripes down the leg of the trousers as well. You don't have that on these because they're the conscripts version. You have a zip pocket on the rear hip there, as you can see. And these also, interestingly, have elasticated cuffs and a sewn in strap that goes around the bottom of the foot, and the elastic's still really nice and stretchy on these. I won't be wearing them much, obviously possibly for some photographs, but we have those there. So just an interesting point with these, that you actually have this stirrup that goes underneath the foot. So we have a set of the tracksuit there for conscripts. To be worn with that, we have here a pair of the black leather sports shoes, and these are actually in my size. You see the detail of the tread there and the manufacturer's mark on the bottom there. Gamina all round, who made a large quantity and a variety of sports kit. Seen posters and so forth for their kit at the time, and they're interesting that you have a suede toe and then smooth leather for the rest of these, and they do fit, as I say, which is quite nice. And also a pair of socks with those as well. So pleased with those. And then for the hotter months, we have here the hot weather PT kit, which includes, I may have got that back to front. There we go, I did have it back to front, apologies. We have a vest, which again has the label in the collar there, size 7, NVA, an F there, which will be the date code, of course, and a pair of red shorts, and these are quite short shorts, so again, very 70s in that regard. These do have a label in them again. They do, just around the back here, 48. So shorts and the yellow vest there, and I believe these vest certainly was worn underneath the tracksuit when the tracksuit was worn, because that's my understanding. But there we are, that's the shorts and vest that we used in hotter weather. Then also have several shirts, so we have still in its cellophane. We have a conscript shirt here, and these were worn with both service uniform underneath the jacket, and could also be worn with shoulder boards as the outer garment as well in hot weather. So the dual use in that regard. Whereas of course professional soldiers would have both a shirt, as we have here. Bring this into shot. This is a professional soldier shirt, which I also got from David, and this is in size 40. Size 40 doesn't say. Believed to be a 40L. And this would be worn underneath the service uniform, and then there would be a separate outer garment for wear in hot weather. And I also have here a white service parade uniform shirt, which you can see here. And this is a 40L, as you can see. So that's nice to have. And just some shirts. David mentioned obviously in the video where I'd unboxed some bits and pieces recently. I'd said I don't really want to take these bits and pieces out of their original packaging, and he had some which weren't in their original packaging. So some duplicate items there, but nice to have them for use if required, and some which can remain in their original packaging. And then the final bit to look at here, some underwear. I do have some of this already, but it's to say it was not something I was going to pass up when it was available and part of the lot of stuff that David was selling. We have the short-sleeved top there, as you can see, and we have the long-sleeve version of the top there as well. I believe the short-sleeve versions were only issued to professional soldiers. I think that's correct. And the long-sleeve version was issued to both, obviously only worn in the winter by professional soldiers, worn all year round by conscripts, I believe. That's my understanding anyway. So there we are. That's a quick look at what's arrived. As I say, not really a full-on unboxing video, just some bits and pieces pulled out to have a look at there, and obviously the bits and pieces from German.Militaria as well. Thank you to Torsten at German.Militaria, as I always say, and thank you to David for picking these pieces out and offering them to me as well. It's nice additions to the collection all round. So I hope you found it interesting looking at this. As I said at the start, I know this style of video, sort of unboxing style videos, update videos, are not everyone's cup of tea, just looking at a load of things and not in any detail. There will be more detailed videos going forward on the channel as well, of course. There's just been quite a bit of stuff arrived recently, and wanted to talk about it, as you've seen here. So I do hope you have found this interesting nevertheless. If you have, and obviously if you'd like to see future uploads covering various items you've seen here in more detail, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And whether you're newly subscribing or you've previously subscribed, please do make sure you hit the little bell, the notification button down below. That will of course alert you when I upload future videos. That's everything for this video, so until next time, bye for now.